Hi guys, this is a just really quick video on how to multiply fractions with whole numbers. Most of you guys have a pretty solid idea of how to do this, but in case you want a quick refresher, I'm just gonna make a real quick video on how to do it, okay? So when you're multiplying fractions, it's actually the same thing when you're doing with whole numbers. It's the same thing as regular old multiplication. So let's take a quick visual look at what happens when you multiply whole numbers with whole numbers, okay? So here I have 3 times 4, okay? Now that's actually just the same thing as saying we have 3 wholes, but we're just gonna repeat that 4 times, okay? So that's what multiplication is. It's just telling you how many times you are to repeat a certain amount or a certain pattern, okay? So I've written 3, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna repeat that 4 times, okay? So I can actually show that right here. You can see that I've written 3, 3, 3, and 3. So I've just repeated it 4 times, and that's the same thing as 12, okay? So when we multiply whole numbers with whole numbers, it's just asking what amount are we repeating and how many times are we repeating it, okay? Now multiplying fractions with whole numbers is actually just the same exact thing. You're asking yourself, how many times am I repeating something? Well, we can ask ourselves this. We could say, I'm repeating 3 1/3 time. You could do that, you really could. But an easier way to do it is, I'm repeating 1/3 3 times. Remember, because of the associative property, you can actually, it doesn't matter how you multiply stuff. You can multiply 3 times 4 or 4 times 3. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna do that because it's a little bit easier to represent visually, okay? So 3 times 1/3 is all you're saying is I have 1/3 and I'm repeating it 3 times, okay? So here we go. I've written 1/3 and I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it 3 times, okay? So that's the same thing as this. So here's my 1/3 and I've just repeated it 1, 2, 3 times. See that? Okay? Now, if I add all those up, if I add this 1/3 and I add this 1/3 and I add this 1/3 together, well, let me just quickly show that. Not a big deal. We add all those 1/3s up, we're gonna get 3/3, or that's the same thing as 1 whole. 3/3 is the same thing as 1 whole. There you go. All right, so hopefully that video made sense. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna give you some practice problems to work on your own. Toodaloo.